Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK Journey video. In this video, we're talking about the top teams for the Nocturne Judicator Primal Lord for day 1. Now the Vietnam server, they did a lot of testing, and so big credit and thank you to them for coming up with a lot of team comps. I'm going to be walking you through 5 different teams you can try depending on which heroes you build up. I'm going to start with Muffin's team because Muffin's team is going to be good. It was basically good for everyone on day 1, assuming that you had the twins fairly highly ascended. Like, you would need to have them Supreme or Supreme Plus in order for this to work. Maybe Mythic Plus would be doable. You can try it. But basically, this is going to be the team comp. So it is going to be Lila, the pink-haired twin in the back, Elijah, blue-haired twin in the front. Shakir and Kruger are going to be on the Stellar Bond. You're going to have Sonya buffing up Elijah, but also, basically, in this Primal Lord, you're given a golem at the beginning of the fight who deals massive damage. They're going to be the top damage contributor of your team by a large margin, and that's why if you look at this team, it's basically all about supporting one key damage dealer, which is going to be the golem that you get. And so he will always begin in this frontmost position. You are not able to position him yourself, like he will not be movable. So Sonya will be buffing up him as well as your twin. Shakir will be running up into the front line to be buffing up your entire team. Kruger will be defense debuffing them, and Smokey will be dealing his HP per second damage and also buffing up your team with the Blade Summon artifact. This is basically one of the top teams from day 1 all the way until the end of the boss, depending on the heroes you have built up. And now it is a Mauler team using the Mauler faction talents, and that is why Sonya and Smokey, they're on the Mauler faction talents, so they're going to deal a bit of bonus damage to the boss. But that isn't that big of a thing. It's really that you want to level up your Mauler faction talent tree up to 25 or above faction talents. 25 is the maximum potential of damage output for this team. If you take a look at the nodes that have upgraded, these are going to be the nodes you want to upgrade. All of these are all of the offensive nodes, giving attack percent and also giving a skill upgrade, bit of bonus damage, knockdown damage dealt, very minor, and then you have energy on hit. All of the other nodes on this tree are only for survival and for damage reduction, health, and you do not need any of that. For this level that we're at, you're not going to have issues surviving. It just comes down to how much damage you can deal, and this effect is only going to trigger when you kill the prey, and you're not going to be killing the boss, who is the only prey. So basically 25 faction talents for Mauler is considered maximum. You do not need to go above that, but feel free to do whatever you want. But yeah, basically you're done at 25. Okay, now the other team, which is a top performer, is this E and Lynn's team. This is overall going to be better than the Mauler team we just showed you. However, this came into the meta a few days after the launch of Primal Lord on VN server, so I don't know exactly if this is going to be good on day 1. It might be good on day 2, day 3, and at a high resonating level as well, because it's using Freastos, who are endless damage dealers for HP per second, so it's kind of like a hybrid. You are supporting your golem to deal more damage, but you're also going to be dealing decent damage from your Freastos themselves. So, but this is a Hypo and Celestial team. It will need Rainier. Now, on the VN server, they said you need to have Rainier at Supreme or Supreme Plus. I don't understand why you would need to have him at Supreme or Supreme Plus, because at Supreme Plus, the effect that Rainier has is only a 4% attack boost to the swapped hero, which is going to be your twin, which doesn't really make sense that you would need to have that upgrade. Maybe Mythic Plus is enough, but I don't know. They are saying Supreme or Supreme Plus, so that is what I'm going to tell you guys. However, I will try to get people to test it at Mythic Plus as well. I feel like I don't know why it wouldn't work at Mythic Plus as well. You have Smokey up here. Okay, and now we're going to take a look at the actual layout so you can see everything. So it's going to be the Hypo and Celestial. Both the Frester and the Illusion are going to be on the faction talent tiles. The twins are only going to be buffing up the Shakir, and Lila's going to be in the front, Elijah behind the Shakir, and Rainier is going to position swap Elijah, the blue-haired twin. And the advantage of this is then all of your team is going to be up in the front in the boss's face. Shakir will be buffing up all of them. So you're going to get, basically you're going to have the 2 twins, Smokey, the 2 Freastos, and then also the golem that you get summoned on your team. All of them are going to be within the Lupin's Roar of Shakir, and that is going to give massive attack buff gains for your team. And Rainier is going to cause like the debuff onto the boss to take more damage. To take more damage from your team. So this is going to be the Hypo and Celestial team with the Blade Summon artifact. Both are using Blade Summon. So now for Hypo and Celestial, you're going to need to have Ideally, okay, optimally it's 30 faction talents. However, again, 25 can do the job, 27 is a good breakpoint, and 30 is like the maximum. So again, if you want to just have 5 talent points invested into Hypo and Celestial, left side of the tree for attack, 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 the energy doesn't matter, and then this crit. That is basically the most value you get from this faction talent tree. If you have more to invest, go for 7 and go down on the right side. That is going to give a bit more attack from the divine power from 12 to 13% for your prime carriers, increasing Fresco's damage ever so slightly. And then finally, the only other final one is a final node. So you would need all 30, like basically 30 talents into this tree to get that. And then you will get an explosion. The first ultimate cast of the Fresco is 250% magic damage explosion, which honestly, this is going to be very minor. I don't think this is going to change much because like it's basically going to be like an endless boss, and this raw damage is not going to hit that hard. It's really going to come down to HP per second damage, but every bit will count. And so this is like the optimal for the Hypo and Celestial team. So those are the 2 top teams, but they're using like the twins, and the twins would have to be like Supreme Plus, or maybe even Mythic Plus or above. And that is going to be very important for them. Okay, now we have Rhymes, 1 copy of the Twins team. So even if you have 1 copy of the Twins team, this is why it's a really free-to-play friendly team. This team is doing great things. This is really, honestly, getting a really good score considering only 1 twin copy is required. So the positioning is just going to be a little bit different, but the heroes are going to be the same. Smokey will be to the left, and here's Sonya. So let's go ahead and edit this formation so you can see it. So it's going to be Elijah, blue-haired twin in the front, Lila, pink-haired twin in the back, and this is going to be so that Shakir can get into a position to be buffing up even, hopefully, Elijah from this position. Sonya will be buffing up Smokey to increase his damage, and also the Golem in the front. This is going to be, again, with the Blade Summon artifact. This is also a Mauler team, so again, 25 Mauler faction talents. That's all you need to optimize this team, and this will work at 1 copy of the twins. So I think most people now, if you've been playing even somewhat actively this season, you probably have 1 copy of twins, because like there's some niche use for Dura trials, AFK stages, some Dream Realm even. So one copy of twins is all you need, and this team is going to be online. And so I consider this a very free-to-play friendly team. It does need Shakir at plus 10 exclusive equipment. If you're going to run these teams, Shakir will have to, I think Shakir at plus 10 is working. Like, I don't know if there's a plus 10, plus 15 difference. Sometimes that does affect the positioning. We're going to have to wait and see about that. But I do believe, like, a lot of people have tried at plus 10 and it's been working. So I think that is just fine. Yeah, so this is a great other team comp if you have 1 copy of the twins. We already talked about the Mauler faction talents. Okay, now we have a test. So I have a test team. Basically, if you don't have Shakir at plus 10 exclusive equipment, no one has tried this yet. But like, I was thinking, okay, well, if you don't have Shakir at plus 10 exclusive equipment, who is another great Mauler buffer hero that you can use? Mikola would be the next best option. Because the thing about this comp is all about providing buffs to your golem who is going to be summoned for you. He's actually called a Midnight Hunter, and so Mikola would be a great choice, I think. And we have seen that Mikola does well in this comp. Even if, for example, you have 0 copy of the twins, and I will show you that team. But basically, this is going to be your choice, and don't get confused. Sonya is not going to be buffing up Kruger. When the Midnight Hunter is down, Sonya will be buffing up the Midnight Hunter, so it's not like her buff is being wasted on Kruger. So yeah, I think because basically Mikola or Shakir, they're going to end up probably in the same position, going to be buffing up most of your team, and also the attack buff from controlling the Honor Jewel. I feel like if you don't have Shakir at plus 10 exclusive equipment, I would probably try Mikola. There is a bit of a difference because Shakir provides a vitality down decrease, which is going to count as a debuff. And it's a non-permanent reapplicable debuff, and that is kind of important for increasing your damage in this Primal Lord. Like basically there's a mechanic that stacking debuffs and non-permanent debuffs is going to be beneficial for you. However, I don't know how minor that is, and I would say if you don't have plus 10 Shakir, probably you should give this team a try, but definitely you can try the Shakir team even without plus 10, but try to get Shakir at plus 10. That is really important for this comp. Is basically the only requirement for this comp. The other heroes can work at lower ascension or like yeah, basically lower exclusive equipment upgrades, but plus 10 of Shakir is kind of needed. But this is like if you don't have Shakir at all, or even plus 10, this is what I would recommend. Okay, now finally, but this is a test team. We have not tried it, so you will have to see whether it does well. Okay, finally, we have a team from Zas's, which is, he came up with this team, basically, if someone has 0 copy of the twins, which is really, it was good that he came up with this. Again, Blade Summon artifact, all he did was he took Rhymes' team, which we saw, and he got rid of the twins, and he put Mikola up here in this position, and it also worked for him. He got a good score with it, so this has been proven that this does work. So this is another team. Again, you would need plus 10 exclusive equipment upgrade on Shakir. But that is basically it. These are the top 5 teams that you can try to run for the Nocturne Judicator Primal Lord. If any other team comes out, I will update you guys, but because there was a lot of testing done on the VN server, and these are pretty free-to-play friendly, I don't think there's going to be any other major upgrades, but we will stay tuned for that. But honestly, I think these are going to be the top performing teams. So anyway, guys, basically you can save these teams into your formation. I'm not going to make a formation ID because then sometimes I delete those formations and then it's going to disappear. So you guys can just save them from watching the video and try to basically get prepared whichever team you want to run. The only thing I will have to do testing on day 1, and I will do it, is I will see on day 1, is Muffin's team going to beat out Ni and Lin's team? Like, is the Hypo and Celestial team going to be better than the Mauler team? And I'm going to get 30 faction talents on Hypo and Celestial, 25 on Maulers, and I'm going to compare them side by side, and we will see on day 1 which is better. But that will also be based on my level, right? So resonating level is going to affect it. But I haven't been using my paid instant AFK attempts anymore, so I think people should be catching up to me or even exceeding my level. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. That is going to be it for this one. If you guys are not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. We're on our road to 20,000 subscribers. Let's hit it before the end of the season. Also, guys, feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video and all of my videos. And I look forward to chatting with you guys there. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.